An arrogant slave queen slapped an old vegetable seller in the market for pouring water on her shoe, not knowing she was someone who had the power to ruin her life. And fate was bored. Fate took the front seat, sipping juice, watching everything in 3D. And karma is the king of chess. Checkmate. You blind, pathetic lowlife. Are you mad? Don't you have eyes in your head? Zara screamed, her voice cutting through the afternoon market noise like a sharp knife. Mama B looked up, startled, water bowl still in her trembling hands. My daughter, I'm sorry. I didn't see you, please. Even if you didn't see me, don't you have common sense? Do you know how much this shoe is worth? Do you know where I got this shoe from? My man bought me these shoes. Before Mama B could say another word, she received a dirty slap that sent her crashing to the ground like an uncompleted building in a windstorm. But before I give you the full gist, we need to start from the very beginning. Are you ready? Let us go back to the beginning of this story. For many, many years, Mama B had been one of the most powerful vegetable sellers in Oshodi Market. In fact, she was the biggest vegetable seller. Her stall was always full, her vegetables always fresh, and her customers always plenty. But Mama B's life had not always been easy. Years ago, when her two sons were still small boys, she lost her husband, just like that. One day he went to work, the next day they brought his body home. Heart attack, the doctor said. Mama B became a widow at a very young age, with 2 hungry mouths to feed and not 1 kobo in her pocket. What will I do? She cried to her friends at the market. How will I survive? My husband's family has taken everything. They said I killed him. They said I'm a witch. They've driven me out with nothing but these 2 children. But Mama B was not the type of woman to sit down and cry forever. She dried her tears, tied her wrapper well, and said, if I don't have money, I have sense, and sense is better than money. She started selling vegetables, small. She would wake up at 4 a.m., go to the village markets around Lagos, buy fresh pumpkin leaves, waterleaf and ugwu, then bring them to the city markets where people needed them. The women were always happy to see her because her vegetables were always fresh, always green, always sweet. Mama B, you have tried, her customers would say. This your vegetable, it's as if you plucked it from the garden this morning. Mama B would laugh and say, that's because I did. With that vegetable money, small by small, Mama B raised her 2 sons. She put them in good schools. She made sure their uniforms were always clean, their books were always new, and their bellies were always full. Her friends in the market, Mama Kiji, who sold meat, Mama Ngozi, who sold tomatoes, Mama Adayezi, who sold rice and beans, Sister Fatima, who sold fish, and Auntie Joke, who sold pepper. All of them helped her. When Mama B didn't have money to pay school fees, they would contribute. When she needed money for hospital, they would join hands together and help her. We are one, Mama B would tell her sons. These women in this market, they are your aunties. They are your family. Never forget them. Never look down on them. They are the ones who fed you when we had nothing. Years passed. Mama B's sons grew into fine young men. Chinedu, the first son, was very brilliant. He studied hard, finished university, and got a very good job. Then one day he got a big contract that changed everything. Just like that, Chinedu became a millionaire. The first thing he did? He opened a business for his younger brother, Emeka, because that's what Mama B taught them. When you succeed, you carry your brother along. You don't leave him behind. Emeka was a smart boy with a good head on his shoulders. He took the business his brother gave him and made it even bigger. Before you could say Jack Robinson, both brothers were millionaires, living in big houses in Lekki, driving big cars and wearing expensive clothes. But Mama B was still at the market, selling her vegetables. Mama, please now, Chinedu would beg her. You need to stop this market business. See your age. You're not getting any younger. We have money now. You don't need to be carrying heavy loads in the sun like a common laborer. Mama B would laugh and shake her head. My son, you don't understand. I'm not selling for survival again. I'm exercising my body. Exercising, Chinadu would shout. Mama, if you want to exercise, go to the gym. We'll pay for the best gym in Lagos, personal trainer, air condition, everything. Gym? Mama B would wave her hand dismissively. There is no gist in the gym. There is no hot, spicy, fresh gossip in the gym. Me and my squad, Mama Kiji, Mama Ngozi, Sister Fatima, all of us, we keep ourselves company. We laugh together, we cry together, we kiss together. I told them we will die together. We have been together for many, many years. I can't leave them now just because my children have money. What will people say? That Mama B has forgotten her friends because her sons are now big men? Never. I belong in the streets, my son. The market is my second home. Chinadu would shake his head in frustration. Mama, one day you will listen. Yes, my son, Mama B would smile sweetly. When the time comes, I will retire. But that time has not come yet. Don't worry, I'm still strong like a lion. Then Mama B would turn the conversation around. Instead of worrying about me and my market, you should worry about yourself. You're in your 30s now. When are you going to get married? Before people start saying that you are, that you don't like women. Mama, Chinedu would shout, embarrassed. Don't say such things. Then get married, Ita, Mama B would insist. I want to carry a grandchildren from you. I'm not getting any younger, Emeka has already given me one grandchild, and his wife is pregnant with another one. What about you? Are you waiting for me to die before you give me grandchildren? Mama, don't talk about dying, Chinedu would say softly. When I find the right woman, I will marry her, I promise. You better hurry up and find her, Mama B would warn, before all the good girls finish. Several months later, Chinedu went to a big event in Victoria Island. It was one of those fancy parties where rich people gather to see and be seen. That's where he met Zara. Zara was beautiful, very, very beautiful. Tall, slim, with long Brazilian hair that reached her waist, perfectly done makeup, in a dress that probably cost more than some people's rent. She moved through the party like a queen, turning heads everywhere she went. Chinedu was smitten immediately. He approached her, they talked, and he got her number. From that day, they started dating. Zara was everything Chinedu thought he wanted in a woman. She was stylish, she knew all the latest trends, she could speak good English with a slight foreign accent, even though she had never traveled abroad, and she looked perfect on his arm at every event. After 6 months of dating, Chinedu decided it was time for Zara to meet Mama B. Baby, I want you to meet my mother, he told her one evening as they sat in his Lekki apartment. Zara smiled, examining her freshly done nails. Of course, baby. I would love to meet her. When? This weekend, Saturday afternoon. I'll pick you up and we'll go to her house. Perfect, Zara purred. I'll make sure I look my best. First impressions are very important, What Chinedu didn't tell Zara was that Mama B still went to the market during weekdays. He had tried several times to bring Zara to meet his mother, but Mama B was always at the market, and Zara was always busy during weekends. This time, he had specifically asked Mama B to stay home on Saturday so he could bring his girlfriend. Mama B was overjoyed. Finally, her first son was bringing a woman home. She immediately called her squad. My sisters, she announced on the conference call. Chinedu is bringing a woman home this Saturday. I need your help. What should I cook? Everything, Mama Kiji shouted. Cook everything. Jollof rice, fried rice, pepper soup, chicken, goat meat, fish, everything. Yes, Sister Fatima agreed. Let the girls see that even though you sell vegetables, you can cook like a 5-star hotel chef. Mama B laughed. You people want to finish my son's money with all this cooking. Mama B, this is your first son, Auntie Joke reminded her. This is a serious matter. You must show this girl that you are not a small woman. Cook well. And that's exactly what Mama B did. She went to the market on Thursday to buy everything she needed. She bought the biggest chicken, the freshest fish, the best rice, the ripest tomatoes. Everything. But that Thursday afternoon, something happened that would change everything. The sun was wickedly hot that Thursday. The kind of hot that made you feel like you were inside an oven. The kind of hot that made you question why you ever thought living in Lagos was a good idea. Mama B was at her stall, where the hot sun was drying out her vegetables. Her beautiful green pumpkin leaves were starting to look aged and wilted. Her water leaf was beginning to droop like a tired soldier. This sun is too much, she complained to Mama Kiji, who was at the next stall fanning herself with a newspaper. And you're just knowing, Mama Kiji replied. This Lagos sun, it doesn't have mercy. It will roast us like plantain. Mama B knew what to do. She had been selling vegetables for many years, and she had a special trick. She got a big bowl of water and began dipping her vegetables in it, one by one, to refresh them and make them look green and fresh again. See this one like expert, Mama Kiji teased. Mama B, you and this your vegetable business, you people have become one. Mama B laughed. My sister, if you don't have sense in this business, hunger will finish you. They were chatting and laughing, talking about one of their church members who had just gotten engaged to a Yahoo boy when Mama B finished reviving her vegetables. The bowl was now full of dirty water with bits of soil and vegetable pieces floating in it. Let me throw this dirty water away, Mama B said, picking up the bowl. She turned to throw it in the drainage, still talking to Mama Kiji about how the church sister's mother was pretending she didn't know her future son-in-law was a Yahoo boy, when, splash, the water landed on someone's feet. Yay! A scream pierced the air like a siren. You blind, pathetic lowlife! Are you mad? Don't you have eyes in your head? Mama B looked up, startled, water bowl still in her trembling hands. Standing before her was a young woman dressed like she had just walked out of a magazine. Long Brazilian hair, full makeup, designer dress, and expensive-looking shoes that were now wet with Mama B's vegetable water. My daughter, I'm sorry, Mama B quickly apologized, setting down the bowl. I didn't see you. Please, I'm very sorry. Even if you didn't see me, don't you have common sense? Zara screamed, her voice getting louder and attracting attention from other market people. Do you know how much this shoe is worth? Do you know where I got this shoe from? My man bought me these shoes. These are designer shoes, Italian leather. Do you know how much? 200,000 naira. And you miserable, wretched, poverty-stricken witch. You just poured your dirty, stinking vegetable water on it. My daughter, please, Mama B pleaded, trying to bend down to clean the shoe. Let me clean it for you. I'm very sorry. It was a mistake. Before Mama B could say another word, Zara's hand flew through the air and connected with Mama B's cheek. The slap was so thunderous that the entire market seemed to freeze for a moment. Mama B staggered backward, nearly losing her balance, and crashed to the ground like an uncompleted building that had finally given up fighting gravity. This one, she done dey craze, Mama Kiji shouted, rushing to help Mama B up. Young girl, are you mad? Is that how you treat your mother at home? Mother, Zara spat, her eyes wild with rage. This dirty woman can never be my mother. I reject it. Holy Ghost fire. Me, Zara, with my level, with my class, with my pedigree, and you're comparing me to this common vegetable seller? God forbid, Tufiakwa. I reject it with holy anger. By now, other market women had gathered. Mama Ngozi, Sister Fatima, Auntie Joke, all of them rushed to the scene. What is happening here? Mama Ngozi demanded. Why are you beating our sister? Your sister? Zara laughed, a sharp mocking sound. You people should ask your sister why she's so blind, why she's so careless. Look at my shoe, designer shoe. My boyfriend bought this for me from Dubai, and this This poverty-stricken, illiterate, low-life woman just destroyed it with her dirty water. She said she's sorry now. Sister Fatima tried to calm the situation. It was an accident. She didn't do it on purpose. I don't care, Zara screamed. Sorry will not buy me a new shoe. Sorry will not clean this mess. You people, is this how you run your market? No sense, no organization, just throwing water anyhow like animals. Mama B, still on the ground, held her burning cheek. The slap had been hard, very hard. Her head was spinning, and she could taste blood in her mouth. Young lady, that is enough, Mama Kiji said firmly. You've said your piece. You've even slapped her. She's old enough to be your mother. Have some respect. Don't you have senior people's picture in your parlor? Respect? Zara turned on Mama Kiji like a wounded tiger. You want to talk to me about respect? Look at all of you. Dirty, smelling of fish and vegetables, no class, no standard. If you people had sense, if you people were responsible, you wouldn't be here in the market at your age. You would have children who take care of you. But no, look at you, old women still struggling in the market like goats. Pathetic. She turned back to Mama B, who was now standing, supported by her friends. If you were a responsible woman, if you had trained your children well, they would not allow you to be here selling vegetables like a common peasant. They would take care of you, but obviously you failed as a mother. Your children are probably useless, irresponsible, poor wretches just like you. Something flashed in Mama B's eyes at those words. You could insult her, you could call her names, you could even slap her. But nobody insulted her children. My daughter, Mama B said quietly, her voice shaking with controlled anger. I have said I'm sorry. I have apologized. I didn't see you and I poured water on your shoe by mistake. But that is enough. You have cursed me, you have insulted me, you have slapped me. That is enough. Please let me clean your shoe and let us end this matter. Clean. Zara laughed again. You think cleaning will solve this problem? These shoes are ruined, and you will pay me for them 200,000 naira right now, or I will scatter your entire shop. I will destroy everything you have here. 200,000? Mama Kiji gasped. For shoe? This girl, you don't carry your wahala come the wrong place. Oh. Shut up, Zara rounded on her. Was I talking to you? Face your smelling meat and leave me alone. She turned back to Mama B, pointing a long, manicured finger at her. You! I'm not leaving here until you pay me my money. 200,000 naira, cash, or I will make sure you regret the day you were born. To prove her point, Zara stormed over to Mama B's carefully arranged vegetable display. With one sweep of her hand, she sent vegetables flying everywhere. Fresh pumpkin leaves scattered on the ground, water leaf rolled in the dirt, ugu leaves mixed with dust and sand. You see, Zara yelled, this is what I will do to everything you have. Pay me my money. Hey, young woman, stop it. Mama Ngozi tried to hold her, but Zara shoved her away with surprising strength. Don't touch me with your dirty hands, she screamed. I said, pay me, pay me. She grabbed another batch of vegetables and flung them to the ground. Then she turned to Mama B's stall structure and started shaking it. The other market women tried to restrain her, but Zara was like a wild animal, kicking, screaming, scratching. Her long nails caught Mama B's arm, leaving angry red marks. She grabbed Mama B's wrapper and pulled, almost exposing the old woman in the market. You want to disgrace me? Mama B held her trapper tight, fighting to keep it on. Young girl, that is enough, I said. I will pay you, I will pay you. At those words, Zara stopped, breathing heavily, hair disheveled, makeup running from sweat and anger. You will pay me? Yes, Mama B said quietly, her pride broken, her spirit crushed. Just Just give me a few minutes." With shaking hands, Mama B took out her phone and moved to a quiet corner of the market. Her friends gathered around her, concerned. "Mama B, what are you doing?" Mama Kiji whispered. "Don't tell me you're going to give that wicked witch your money." "What choice do I have?" Mama B's voice was heavy with defeat. "She has already scattered my goods. She has already disgraced me. If I don't pay her, she will do worse. Let me just give her the money and let her go." She dialed Chinedu's number with trembling fingers. "Hello, Mama." Chinedu's cheerful voice came through the phone. "Good afternoon. How is the market today?" My son," Mama B's voice cracked. "Please, I need you to send me money. Urgently." The cheerfulness immediately left Chinedu's voice. "Mama, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you in trouble? Should I come there?" No, my son, don't come. Just send me 200,000 naira to my bank account. Now, please." 200,000? Chinedu was alarmed. "Mama, what happened? Are you sick? Did something happen? Talk to me." "My son, please, just send the money. I will explain later. Please, I'm begging you." Chinedu heard something in his mother's voice, something desperate, something broken, that made him not ask any more questions. "Okay, Mama, give me 2 minutes. I'm sending it now." True to his word, within 2 minutes, Mama B's phone beeped with a credit alert. 200,000 naira. She went to the POS operator at the edge of the market and withdrew the money. Her hands were still shaking as she counted it. The POS operator looked at her with concern. Mama B's wrapper was torn, her face was swollen from the slap, her arm had scratch marks, and her eyes were filled with unshed tears. "Mama B, are you okay?" the POS operator asked. "Do you need me to call someone?" "I'm fine," Mama B lied, taking the money. "Thank you." She walked back to her stall where Zara was waiting, arms crossed, tapping her expensive shoe impatiently on the ground. "Finally," Zara said, "I was beginning to think you were trying to run away." Mama B stretched out her hand with the money. Zara snatched it and began counting it in front of everyone, licking her finger to separate each note, taking her time, making a show of it. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and lower 3,000. The market was silent. Everyone watched this young girl humiliate an old woman who had done nothing but accidentally pour water on her shoe. Even the usual noise of the market, vendors calling out their wares, buyers bargaining, children playing, all of it seemed to have disappeared, replaced by this shameful scene. After what felt like an eternity, Zara finished counting. She looked at Mama B with a cruel smile. "It's complete. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Next time, watch where you're throwing your dirty water. Old, careless woman." She turned to leave, then paused and looked back at Mama B one more time. "And get some sense. At your age, you should not be in the market selling vegetables like a village woman. Maybe if you had used your brain when you were younger, you wouldn't be here now. Maybe if you had married a responsible man or trained your children properly, they would be taking care of you. But look at you, old, poor, struggling, pathetic." With those final words, Zara walked away, her wet designer shoes clicking on the market ground, her Brazilian hair swinging behind her, her 200,000 naira clutched in her perfectly manicured hand. Mama B stood there surrounded by her friends, feeling more humiliated than she had ever felt in her entire life. Not when her husband died, not when his family drove her away with nothing, not during all those years of struggle. Nothing compared to this moment, being slapped, insulted, and extorted by a young girl who knew nothing about her life, her struggles, or her sacrifices. "Mama B," Mama Kiji put an arm around her. "Don't mind that Yeye girl. She's a wicked witch. God will judge her." "That one Nalagos girl gone wrong," Sister Fatima added. "No home training. I pity whoever marries her. I pity her mother-in-law. That woman will suffer." Mama Ngozi shook her head. The way she was talking, insulting elders, no respect at all. If that was my daughter, I would disown her. Tufiakwa! But Mama B said nothing. She was too tired, too hurt, too humiliated. She let her friends help her clean up the scattered vegetables, fix her torn wrapper, and gather her things. I'm going home, she said quietly. Are you sure? Auntie Joke asked. You can rest in my shop small before you go. No, I want to go home. They got her a cab and she rode home in silence, her mind replaying the events of the afternoon over and over again. The slap, the insults, the way that girl called her poverty-stricken, the way she said Mama B's children were irresponsible, the way she scattered her vegetables like they were trash. When Mama B reached home, she went straight to her room. She changed out of her torn wrapper and saw herself in the mirror. Her face was swollen. The scratch marks on her arm were red and angry. Her eyes were red from unshed tears. She lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, and for the first time in many years, Mama B cried. Chinedu came home from work earlier than usual. He couldn't get his mother's phone calls out of his mind. Something was wrong, very wrong. Mama B never asked for money like that, desperate, urgent, refusing to explain. When he entered the house, he found her in her room, lying on the bed, still in her day clothes. Mama, he knocked gently on her open door. Mama, are you okay? Mama B didn't answer immediately. When she sat up and turned to face him, Chinedu gasped. Mama, what happened to your face? And your arm? Jesus Christ, Mama, did you fight with the gorilla? Despite everything, Mama B almost smiled at that. My son, the kind of gorilla I fought today, it's bigger than the fiercest gorilla in the jungle. That one, she dragged me like a stubborn goat being taken to the slaughter. She dragged me like a tiger generator that refuses to start no matter how many times you pull the rope. Mama, what are you talking about? Who did this to you? Chinedu's voice was rising with anger. He knelt beside her bed, examining her injuries. Tell me who did this, and I swear I will deal with them. Police, lawyers, everything. I will use everything to make sure they pay. Mama B sighed deeply, like someone carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. My son, one woman attacked me in the market today. What? Why, what happened? I was throwing away dirty water from my vegetable bowl. I didn't see her. The water poured on her expensive shoe. She started shouting, insulting me, calling me all sorts of names, poverty-stricken, lowlife, illiterate, irresponsible. She said if I had trained my children well, they wouldn't allow me to be selling in the market. Chinedu's jaw tightened. She said what? She even said you and Amika are useless, irresponsible, poor wretches. Mama B's voice cracked. My son, I begged her. I knelt down to beg her. I offered to clean her shoe, but she slapped me. She slapped me like I was a child, like I was nothing. Then she grabbed my wrapper, almost tore it off my body in the market, in front of everybody. She scratched me with her long nails. She scattered all my vegetables on the ground, and she demanded money, 200,000 naira for her shoe. She said if I didn't pay, she would destroy everything. And that's why you called me for money, Chinedu said quietly, his fists clenched so tight his knuckles turned white. I didn't want trouble, my son. I didn't want things to escalate. What if I called you in Amika and you came and something happened to her? People would say that I called my millionaire sons, to come and fight a young girl for me. They would say I'm now using my son's money to oppress people. So I kept quiet. I just paid her and let her go. You kept quiet? Chinedu's voice was shaking with barely controlled rage. Mama, you kept quiet while some useless girl attacked you, insulted you, extorted you? After everything you've done, everything you've sacrificed? He stood up, pacing her room like a caged animal. That's it. You're never going back to that market. Never. I don't want to hear any argument, any excuse, any story. This is the last straw. I've been begging you, Emeka has been begging you, leave that market. But you refused. Look at what has happened now. What if she had hurt you seriously? Well, what if she had pushed you and you hit your head? What if, his voice broke. Mama, what if something worse had happened? My son. No, Mama. No, I don't want to hear it. Chinedu was almost shouting now, tears of anger and frustration in his eyes. What is the point of us having money if we can't protect you? If we can't take care of you? You want to exercise? Fine. We'll build you a gym in the house. You want to socialize? Fine. Your friends can come here anytime. You want to stay busy? Fine. We'll start any business you want. Boutique, supermarket, restaurant, anything. But you're not going back to that market where any useless girl and just attack you and go free. Mama B looked at her son, her firstborn, her pride, her joy, and saw how much he was hurting, how much he was scared. And she realized that maybe, just maybe, it was time. Okay, my son, she said quietly. Okay, I won't go back. Chinedu stopped pacing and looked at her in surprise. Really? You're not going to argue with me? I'm tired, my son. I'm just tired. And she looked it. For the first time, Chinedu saw his mother not as the strong, indestructible woman who had raised them against all odds, but as a human being who could be hurt, who could be broken. He sat beside her on the bed and pulled her into a gentle hug, careful not to hurt her injuries. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry this happened to you, but I promise you, we'll find that girl and she will pay for what she did. Let it go, my son. Let karma deal with her. God is watching. Whoever she marries, I pity that man's family. Any woman who can treat an elderly woman like that, imagine how she will treat her mother-in-law. Chinedu didn't say anything, but in his mind, he was already planning. He would call Emeka. They would go to that market. They would ask questions. They would find out who this girl was, and they would make sure she never forgot the day she messed with Mama B. But for now, he just held his mother and let her rest. That evening, after Mama B had eaten dinner and taken some pain medication, Chinedu went to his home office. His phone rang. It was Zara. Baby, hello, my love, she said. How are you doing? Hey, babe, I'm okay. How was your day? Chinedu replied, trying to sound normal, despite the stress of what had happened to his mother. Baby, I'm not fine, my love. Something happened today. Something very terrible happened to us today. What? What happened? Chinedu sat up straight, concerned. You can't believe what happened. One wicked witch from the village, she attacked me at the market. When Chinedu heard this, he was shocked. First, someone attacked his mother. Now they attacked his girlfriend. Was the universe playing tricks on him, or was the universe trying to tell him something? What happened? Are you hurt? He asked. I'm hurt. I got a few scratches. She just attacked me because I priced vegetable. I wanted to cook you very nice vegetable soup and bring it for you, bring it to your office. So I went to the market because I negotiated price with her. She just attacked me. She said a whole lot of things about me. I don't know. I'm so sorry, baby. Do you need me to send a doctor over to check on you? Chinedu asked, his heart going out to her. No, babe. I'm fine. I've taken some paracetamol. I'll be fine by morning. I just need to rest. Sorry, my love. Don't worry. I'll send you something to take care of yourself, okay? I'll send you something. My shoe was even destroyed in the process, she added. Don't worry. I'll replace it for you, whatever you need, okay? That night, he sent her 10 million naira as a get-well-soon gift. Chinedu sat in his home office, his mind racing. What was going on? First his mother, now his girlfriend, both attacked at the market on the same day. Something felt strange, but he couldn't put his finger on it. He picked up his phone and dialed Emeka. Big bro, what's up? Emeka answered. How far? You need to come here now. It's about Mama. What? Is she okay? Is she sick? Emeka's voice immediately filled with panic. Just come. I'll explain when you get here. 20 minutes later, Emeka burst through Chinedu's door, still in his work clothes. Where's Mama? What happened? Chinedu told him everything. With each word, Emeka's expression changed from concern to shock to pure rage. She did what? Emeka exploded when Chinedu finished. Some random girl just attacked Mama in broad daylight in the market, and nobody did anything? Mama said her friends tried to stop her, but the girl was like a wild animal. She even said that Mama's friends tried to hold her, but she pushed them away. Jesus Christ. Emeka was pacing now, just like his brother had done earlier. Do you know who she is? Did Mama get her name, her phone number? Anything? No, Mama said she just wanted her to leave, so she paid the money and let her go. 200,000 naira, Emeka said bitterly, for a shoe. A bloody shoe. While insulting and attacking our mother, that girl, she doesn't know who she's messed with. She doesn't know the kind of trouble she has brought upon herself. That's what I said, Chinedu agreed, but Mama said we should let it go. She doesn't want trouble. Emeka laughed, but it was a laugh without humor. Let it go? After what that girl did? Never. We're going to that market tomorrow. We're going to ask questions. Someone must have seen something. Someone must know something. In a Lagos market, everybody knows everybody's business. We'll find her. And then what? Chinedu asked. What will we do when we find her? I don't know yet, but she will pay. One way or another, she will pay for what she did to Mama. The brothers talked late into the night, making plans, discussing options, calling their lawyer friend for advice. By the time Emeka left, they had decided on their course of action. Tomorrow they would go to the market, they would investigate, they would find out who this girl was. And then, well, they would decide what to do when they had more information. What Chinedu didn't know, what he couldn't have imagined in his wildest dreams, was that he didn't need to search for the girl. He didn't need to investigate. He didn't need to go to any market, because the girl who had attacked his mother, the girl who had slapped her and insulted her and extorted money from her, the girl who had called Mama B poverty-stricken and her sons irresponsible, was sleeping peacefully in her own bed at that very moment, her 200,000 naira safely deposited in her account, already planning what designer bag she would buy with it. That girl was Zara, his girlfriend, the woman he was planning to marry, the woman he was going to introduce to Mama B this very Saturday. But neither of them knew it yet, not Chinedu, not Mama B, and certainly not Zara. Fate, it seemed, had a sense of humor, a very twisted sense of humor. That same night in her apartment in Ikeja, Zara was on a video call with her friend Kioma. Babe, you won't believe what happened to me today, Zara said, examining her nails. I almost died. What happened? Kioma asked, applying a face mask. So I went to the market to buy vegetables, right? You know how Chinedu likes that vegetable soup I make for him? So I went to get fresh vegetables, babe. One dirty old woman just poured water on my shoe. My 200,000 naira shoe that Chinedu bought for me from Dubai. No way. What did you do? What did I do? Babe, I dealt with her. I showed her the kind of Lagos girl I am. She was forming like she didn't see me. Can you imagine, at her age, still selling vegetables in the market like a common beggar? So I warned her, I said, if you were responsible, if you had trained your children well, they would not allow you to be here suffering at your age. You didn't, Kioma gasped. I did, oh. And that's not even all. She was trying to form sorry, so I just gave her one slap that reset her brain. Babe, she fell on the ground like an old building. Zara! You slapped her? Had to now. She needed to learn respect. These old women in the market, they think they can just do anyhow, so I told her, you will pay me for my shoe, 200,000 naira. Cash, babe. She was begging, crying, but I didn't listen. I told her if she doesn't pay, I will scatter her entire shop. And did she pay? Of course she paid. She called someone, probably one of her useless children, and got the money. I counted it right there in the market in front of everybody. I wanted her to feel the shame properly. Kioma was quiet for a moment. Zara, don't you think you went a bit too far? I mean, slapping her, collecting money from her. She's an old woman, oh. Too far, Zara's eyes flashed. Kioma, she poured water on my designer shoe. Do you know how much that shoe costs? And besides, this is Lagos. If you don't show people that you're not to be messed with, they will continue to mess with you. I taught her a lesson. Next time she'll watch where she's throwing her dirty water. If you say so, Kioma said, not sounding convinced. Anyway, forget about that old woman. Let's talk about Saturday. I'm finally meeting Chinedu's mother. I'm so excited. I've already picked out the perfect outfit. Long, elegant, decent, very wife material. I even told my tailor to make it extra modest. First impressions are everything, you know. True, Kioma agreed. So you're sure this is the one? Like Chinedu is the one? Babe, are you mad? Zara laughed some. Of course he's the one. He's rich, handsome, generous, well-connected. His younger brother is also very successful. The family has money. What more could I ask for? What about love? Love, Zara rolled her eyes. Babe, love doesn't pay bills. Love doesn't buy designer bags. Love doesn't take you on trips to Dubai. Chinedu can provide all of that. And yes, he's nice too. He treats me well. So it's a win-win. Okay, just make sure his mother likes you, Shah. Of course she'll like me, Zara said confidently. I'm beautiful. I'm classy. I'm educated. I can speak good English. What's not to like? That woman will beg her son to marry me immediately. They both laughed and continued chatting about Zara's plans for Saturday, about what shoes she would wear, not the ones that got wet, of course, about how she would style her hair, about the expensive wine she would take as a gift. If only Zara knew. If only she had asked Chinedu more questions about his mother. If only she had wondered why his mother wasn't always available to meet. If only she had made the connection. But she didn't. She just went to bed that night, dreaming of her future as a rich man's wife, completely unaware that she had just destroyed her own destiny with her own hands. The next day, after the market attack incident, Mama B woke up early as usual. Despite everything that had happened the day before, the slap, the humiliation, the extortion, her mind was on her vegetables. She had left so much unsold at the market. The fresh spinach, the water leaf, the ugwu, all of it would spoil if she didn't go back and sell them today. She got dressed quietly, tied her wrapper, and prepared to head out to the market. But as she reached the door, she found Chinedu and Emeka standing there, blocking her way. Mama, where are you going? Chinedu asked, his arms crossed. My son, I need to go to the market. I didn't finish selling my goods yesterday because of that girl who attacked me. Let me quickly go and finish selling them before they spoil. No, Mama, Emeka said firmly. You're not going anywhere. But my sons, Mama, you're not going anywhere. Chinedu's voice was louder now. It's not as if we're not feeding you. It's not as if we're not taking care of you. It's not as if you need money. If you need money, money will give you. What will people say if something happens to you? They'll say, our mother is struggling in the market while her children are millionaires. You are not going back there. My son, but the vegetables will spoil if I don't sell them today. Mama B tried to reason with them. Let them spoil, Chinedu said. Mama, let it spoil. We'll buy you new vegetables. We'll buy you 100 bags of vegetables if you want. But you're not going back to that market. Mama, you have to choose, Emeka added, his voice calmer but just as serious. You have to choose between us and your market. If you want to continue with your market business, fine, tell us. We'll build you a house in the village. You can stay there and do your business. Just know that you will not see us again. We won't see you. You'll be on your own." Mama B's eyes widened. "My sons, you can't mean that." "We're serious, Mama," Chinadu said. "Choose. Us or the market. What happened yesterday cannot happen again. We won't allow it." Mama B looked from one son to the other. She saw the determination in their eyes. She saw the fear. She saw how much they loved her and how terrified they were of losing her. She tried to argue. She tried to explain that she just needed one more day, that the vegetables would go to waste, that her customers were waiting for her. But her sons wouldn't budge. They stood at the door like two immovable pillars, refusing to let her pass. Eventually, Mama B's shoulders sagged in defeat. "Okay, my sons. Okay, I won't go." She turned around and went back inside the house, her heart heavy, but knowing that her sons were serious. They loved her too much to let her go back to a place where she could be hurt again. The next few days passed slowly for Mama B. She stayed home, her injuries healing gradually. Her friends from the market called her every day, checking on her, telling her the latest gossip, promising her that people were still asking about that wicked girl who attacked Mama B. "Mama B, the market is not the same without you," Mama Kiji said during one of their calls. "We miss you. When are you coming back?" "I don't think I'm coming back," Mama B replied quietly. "What? Why not?" "My sons. They said I have to choose, the market or them. They said they don't want me going back there after what happened." "Ah, Mama B," Sister Fatima's voice joined the call. "You can't let that one wicked girl drive you away from the market. We've been here for how many years? Over 20 years. You're going to let one Lagos big girl with bad character chase you away?" "It's not about her," Mama B sighed. "It's about my sons. They're worried about me. They love me. And honestly, I'm tired. I'm getting old. Maybe it's time to rest." There was silence on the line. Then Mama Ngozi spoke, her voice emotional. "We understand, Mama B. We understand. Your sons are good boys. They love you. They want to take care of you. That's what we all prayed for, isn't it? That our children would be successful and take care of us in our old age. Your prayers have been answered, sister. But we'll miss you," Auntie Joke added. "We'll miss you so much." "I'll miss you too," Mama B said, tears rolling down her cheeks. "But you people will still visit me at home, right? You're not going to forget me just because I'm not at the market anymore." "Forget you? Never," they all chorused. "We are sisters forever. Until death do us part." They talked for a long time, laughing and crying, remembering old times, the struggles they had faced together, the victories they had won together. By Wednesday, Mama B was feeling much better. The swelling on her face had gone down, though there was still a small bruise. The scratch marks on her arm were healing, no longer angry red but fading to pink. She was moving around the house more, cooking, cleaning, getting ready for Saturday. Because Saturday was the big day. Saturday was when Shinedu would bring his girlfriend to meet her. Mama B prayed every morning and night, "Lord, let this girl be a good girl. Let her be kind, humble, respectful. Let her love my son genuinely, not just for his money. Let her be the kind of daughter-in-law who will respect me, who will visit me, who will give me grandchildren, and let me be part of their lives. Please, Lord. I'm not asking for much, just a good girl for my son." On Friday, she went to the market, but this time not to sell. She went to buy ingredients for the feast she was planning. She bought the biggest chicken she could find, fresh fish, the best rice, ripe tomatoes and peppers, all the vegetables for 3 different soups, snails, goat meat, everything. Mama Kiji saw her and came running. "Mama B, you came. How are you feeling?" "I'm better," Mama B smiled. "Look, the bruise is almost gone." "Thank God." Mama Kiji examined her face. "That wicked girl, wherever she is, I hope she has learned her lesson." Forget about her, Mama B waved it away. I came to buy things. My son is bringing his girlfriend tomorrow. Finally, after all these years of waiting, my son is finally bringing a woman home. And Mama B, this is good news, oh. Mama Kiji clapped her hands. This calls for celebration. Wait, let me call the others. Before Mama B knew it, her entire squad had gathered around her. Mama Ngozi, Sister Fatima, Auntie Joke, and even Mama Adayezi, who had been at the other end of the market. Mama B, you're getting a daughter-in-law, they sang and danced. God has done it. Your son is finally settling down. Wait, Mama Ngozi said. What do you need? What are you buying? Let us help you. Consider it our contribution to your son's happiness. No, Mama B protested. I have money. My son sent me money. I can buy everything I need. Mama B, stop being stubborn, Sister Fatima insisted. After everything we've been through together, you think we'll let you do this alone? We are your family. Let us help you. And they did. Mama Kiji gave her the biggest chicken for free. Mama Ngozi filled her basket with tomatoes and peppers and refused to collect money. Sister Fatima added fresh fish. Auntie Joke contributed bags of rice. Mama Adeyeze threw in beans and gari. You people, Mama B was crying now, tears of gratitude. You people are too much. How will I thank you? By inviting us to the wedding, they replied, laughing, and by making sure this girl treats you well. If she tries any nonsense, just call us. We'll come and deal with her Lego style. They all laughed, not knowing the irony of those words, not knowing that the girl who had attacked Mama B and the girl who would be visiting tomorrow were one and the same person. Mama B went home with her bags full of ingredients, her heart full of hope, her mind full of prayers. Tomorrow would be a good day. Tomorrow, she would finally meet her future daughter-in-law. She couldn't wait. Saturday morning came with bright sunshine. Mama B woke up at 5 a.m. even though Chinedu had told her the girl wouldn't be coming until 2 p.m. She couldn't help it. She was too excited to sleep. She started cooking. Jollof rice with the perfect amount of pepper and spices, fried rice with colorful vegetables. 3 different soups, egusi, ogbono, and vegetable soup. She fried chicken until it was golden and crispy. She grilled fish with special spices. She cooked pepper soup that could wake the dead with its aroma. By noon, the entire house smelled like a 5-star restaurant. Emeka came with his wife and their children. Mama, I think you've cooked enough food to feed the entire neighborhood, Emeka teased, stealing a piece of chicken from the kitchen. Leave my chicken alone. Mama B swatted his hand, but she was smiling. This is a special occasion. Your brother is finally bringing a woman home. We need to make a good impression. I think the way to make a good impression is to not give her a heart attack from too much food. Emeka's wife Ada laughed. But this food smells amazing, Mama. I'm sure she'll be impressed. At 1:30 p.m., Mama B went to change her clothes. She wore her best wrapper and blouse, the expensive lace material that she had been saving for special occasions. She tied her headscarf properly, put on her good jewelry, not too much, not too little, and checked herself in the mirror. She looked good, respectable, like a woman who had suffered and survived and come out victorious, like a mother who had raised 2 successful sons against all odds, like a woman who deserved respect. At 1:45 p.m., her phone rang. It was Chinedu. Mama, we're on our way. We'll be there in 15 minutes. Okay, my son. Drive carefully. Mama B's heart was beating fast. In just 15 minutes, she would meet the woman who might become her daughter-in-law, the woman who might give her more grandchildren, the woman who would share her son's life. She went to the living room where Emeka and Ada were sitting with their children. They're coming, she announced. Okay, Mama, Emeka said. Try to relax. You look like you're about to have a heart attack. I'm just excited, Mama B smiled. After all these years of praying, of begging your brother to get married. The doorbell rang. Everyone froze. That's them, Ada whispered unnecessarily. Chinedu's voice came from outside. Mama, open the door! Mama B walked to the door, her heart pounding. She said a quick prayer, Lord, let this be a good girl, and opened the door. Chinedu stood there smiling, handsome in his casual but expensive clothes. And next to him, holding his hand, wearing a long, elegant, modest dress, her hair styled simply, her makeup minimal, looking every inch like the perfect wife material, was Zara. For a moment, time stood still. Mama B's eyes widened, her mouth opened. Her hand gripped the door handle so tight her knuckles turned white. Zara's eyes widened. Her smile froze. Her face went pale under her makeup. They recognized each other in the same instant. Mama, this is Zara, Chinedu said, completely oblivious to the electricity crackling in the air. Zara, this is my mother. Neither woman moved, neither woman spoke. They just stood there staring at each other, the memory of Thursday afternoon hanging between them like a thick fog. Then Mama B found her voice. It came out in a whisper, shocked, horrified, disbelieving. You. And Zara, her mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water, could only echo, you. Chinedu looked from his mother to his girlfriend and back again, confused. Wait, do you two know each other? Mama B's shock transformed into fury. Her voice, when it came, was loud enough to shake the walls. Know each other? My son, this is the gorilla. This is the long-necked, wicked guinea fowl. This is the one who attacked me in the market. This is the one who dragged me like a stubborn goat. This is the one who dragged me like a tiger generator that refuses to start. This one who almost stripped me naked like a stolen chicken. Mama, what? Chinedu's face went from confused to shocked to horrified in the space of 3 seconds. My son, this is her. Mama B was shaking with rage now, pointing at Zara with a trembling finger. This is the girl who poured insults on me like dirty water. The one who called me poverty-stricken lowlife. The one who said you and Emeka are useless, irresponsible poor wretches. This is her. This long-necked, wicked guinea fowl. By now, Emeka and Ada had come to the door. The children were peeking from behind their father, eyes wide with confusion and fear. Wait, wait, wait! Chinedu held up his hands, his face pale. Zara? Is this true? You're the one who attacked my mother? Zara had recovered from her initial shock. Her survival instincts kicked in. Baby, no! It's not what you think. She's lying. She's the one who attacked me. I went to the market to buy vegetables to cook for you, and she just poured water on me. When I complained, she started shouting at me, insulting me. I was the victim. Victim? Mama B exploded. My daughter, you have a mother. Look me in the eye and tell me I'm lying. The heavens are watching. All the women in the market saw what you did. Are you saying they're all lying? Are you saying that I, your boyfriend's mother, would frame you? Zara was sweating now, her carefully applied makeup starting to run. I didn't know she was your mother. How was I supposed to know? So if she wasn't my mother, it would be okay? Chinedu's voice was rising now, loud and terrible. You think it's okay to attack old women in the market as long as they're not your boyfriend's mother? Baby, please, let me explain. Explain what? Chinedu cut her off. Explain how you slapped my mother. Explain how you called her poverty-stricken. Explain how you insulted me and my brother, called us useless and irresponsible. Explain how you extorted 200,000 naira from her. Explain what, Zara? I didn't extort her. She damaged my shoe. I was just asking for compensation. By attacking her, Emeka spoke for the first time, his voice cold as ice. By dragging her wrapper? By scratching her with your nails? By scattering her goods? That's how you ask for compensation? Zara looked around wildly, like a trapped animal looking for an escape route. Everyone was staring at her, Chinedu with betrayal and rage in his eyes, Mama B with righteous anger, Emeka with disgust, Ada with disappointment, even the children looking at her like she was a monster. Please, her voice came out as a whisper now, all the fight gone out of her. Please, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was angry. I wasn't thinking properly. You weren't thinking properly? Chinedu laughed, but it was a terrible sound, without any humor. You gave her multiple slaps. You tore her clothes. You insulted her for several minutes. And you're telling me you weren't thinking properly? How long does it take to think properly, Zara? He turned to his mother, and Mama B saw something in her son's eyes that she had never seen before. A hardness, a coldness, a finality. Mama, he said quietly, is everything she's saying lies? Is this truly the woman who attacked you? Mama B nodded, tears streaming down her face. Yes, my son. This is her. I wouldn't lie to you, not about something like this, not about anything. Chinedu nodded slowly, then he turned back to Zara. His voice when he spoke was calm, too calm, the kind of calm that comes before a storm. Do you know what that woman standing there did for me? Do you have any idea? She sold vegetables. Yes, vegetables. Those same vegetables you mocked her for. She would wake up at 4 a.m., go to village markets, buy those vegetables, bring them to the city, and sell them. Under the hot sun, in the rain, every single day for years. That vegetable money paid my school fees. That vegetable money bought my books. That vegetable money put food in my mouth when we had nothing. When my father died and his family chased us away with nothing, it was that vegetable money that kept us alive. When I wanted to start my first business, it was my mother who took a loan from her cooperative society, those same market women you probably looked down on, and gave me the money. That loan was guaranteed by the trust she had built over years of selling vegetables, of being honest, of being kind, of being humble. That's the woman you call poverty-stricken. That's the woman you said has useless, irresponsible children. That woman is my life, Zara. She's my hero. She's my everything. His voice was shaking now, thick with emotion. And you with your designer clothes and your expensive tastes and your slay queen lifestyle, you're standing here because of what? Because you're beautiful? Because you can speak good English? Because you know how to form for camera? Let me tell you something, beauty fades. English is just a language. But character is forever. And you, Zara, you have shown your character. You have shown exactly who you are. A woman who beats old women in the market. A woman who has no respect for elders. A woman who judges people by their occupation instead of their heart. A woman who I cannot and will not marry. Baby, please. Zara fell to her knees, tears and mascara running down her face. Please, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'll apologize to her. I'll do anything. Please don't do this. Apologize? Chinedu's laugh was bitter. You think sorry can fix this? You slapped my mother, Zara. You humiliated her in public. You extorted money from her. And worst of all, you would have done it to any other elderly person and not felt any remorse. The only reason you're sorry now is because you got caught. Because you realize that poverty-stricken old woman is actually the mother of the man you want to marry. He turned to Mama B. Mama, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have known. I should have asked more questions. I should have... Shh, my son. Mama B pulled him into a hug, despite everything, despite the drama, despite her anger at Zara. It's not your fault. How could you have known? God has exposed her. God has saved you from making a terrible mistake. Chinedu hugged his mother tight, and Mama B felt his tears on her shoulder. Get out, Emeka said coldly to Zara, who was still kneeling on the floor crying. Get out of this house. Get out of our lives and consider yourself lucky that we're not calling the police for assault and extortion. Please. Zara was sobbing now, her careful makeup completely ruined. Her elegant dress wrinkled from kneeling. Please give me another chance. I love him. I love Chinedu. I'll change. I promise I'll change. You love his money, Ada said quietly, speaking for the first time. If you loved him, you would have respected the people who made him who he is. Now get out before we throw you out. Chinedu pulled away from his mother's hug and looked at Zara one last time. Goodbye, Zara. Have a good life. I hope you learn from this. I hope you become a better person. But you won't learn those lessons with me. He called his security guards. Please escort this woman out. Make sure she leaves the premises and add her to the blacklist. She's never to be allowed back here again. No, no, please, Zara screamed as the security guards gently but firmly lifted her from the ground and led her away. Chinedu, Chinedu, I'm sorry, please don't do this, I love you. Her screams echoed down the driveway, getting fainter and fainter, until finally the gate closed behind her and there was silence. For a long moment, nobody spoke. They just stood there in the doorway. Chinedu, Mama B, Emeka, Ada, and the children, processing what had just happened. Then Mama B said quietly, "My son, I cooked a lot of food." They all looked at her, then at each other, and suddenly, unexpectedly, they started laughing. Not happy laughter, but the kind of laughter that comes from relief, from surviving something terrible, from realizing that everything was going to be okay. "Come," Mama B said, wiping her tears and linking arms with both her sons. "Let's go inside and eat. The food is getting cold, and after what just happened, we all need some good food and family time." And that's exactly what they did. They sat around the table, 3 generations of a family that had survived poverty, loss, struggle, and now this latest drama. And they ate Mama B's delicious food, and they talked, and they laughed, and they thanked God that Zara's true character had been revealed before it was too late. The next few days were hard for Chinedu. He had truly liked Zara, had truly seen a future with her, but every time he thought about giving her another chance, he would remember his mother's swollen face, the scratch marks on her arm, the way she looked when she came home that Thursday, defeated, humiliated, hurt, and his resolve would harden again. Zara tried everything. She called him from different numbers. She sent long text messages, some apologizing, some begging, some threatening, some trying to explain. She sent her friends to plead for her. She even showed up at his office once, but security didn't let her in. "Sir, there's a Miss Zara here to see you," his secretary said over the intercom. "Tell her I'm not available. Tell her I'll never be available. And tell security to escort her out if she doesn't leave peacefully." After 2 weeks of trying, Zara finally seemed to get the message. The calls stopped. The messages stopped. The dramatic attempts to see him stopped. Life went on. Mama B officially retired from the market. Her squad threw her a retirement party right there in the market, with music and dancing and lots of food. They cried and laughed and made speeches about how Mama B was an inspiration, how she had shown them that with hard work and determination, anything was possible. "You came here with nothing," Mama Kiji said, tears streaming down her face. "Your husband had just died. You had 2 small boys. No money, no support. But look at you now. Look at your sons. Millionaires, and you did that. You did that with your own hands, with your vegetable business." "We did it together," Mama B corrected her, hugging all her friends. "I couldn't have done it without you people. You were there for me when I had nothing. You lent me money when I needed capital. You gave me free things when I couldn't afford to buy. You encouraged me when I wanted to give up. This success is our success." They cried and hugged and promised to remain friends forever, to visit each other regularly, to continue their monthly meetings. True to their word, they did. Every month, Mama B's squad would come to her house and they would cook together, eat together, just like old times. Except now, Mama B had more time to enjoy it, wasn't tired from standing in the market all day, and could actually relax and laugh without worrying about customers and sales. Life was good, but Chinedu was still single, and Mama B worried. "My son," she would say, "don't let that one bad experience close your heart to love. Not all girls are like that long-necked guinea fowl. There are good women out there." "I know, Mama," Chinedu would reply. "I'll find someone when the time is right. For now, I'm just focusing on work." The time came sooner than he expected. 3 months after the Zara incident, Chinedu had to go to the hospital for a routine checkup. Nothing serious, just making sure everything was okay. That's where he met Stephanie. She was his nurse that day, a beautiful woman with a gentle smile, kind eyes, and a calm demeanor that immediately put him at ease. "Mr. Chinedu," she called from the doorway, reading from her clipboard. "Please come with me," as she took his blood pressure and asked him routine health questions. Chinedu found himself watching her. She wasn't flashy like Zara, no elaborate hairstyles or heavy makeup, just natural beauty, simple, elegant, real. "Is everything okay?" she asked, noticing him staring. "Yes, sorry," Chinedu cleared his throat, embarrassed. You have a very calming presence. You must be very good at your job." Stephanie smiled. "Thank you, I try my best. Nursing isn't just about giving medication. It's about making patients comfortable and cared for." They talked while she completed his checkup. She was intelligent, articulate, but not trying to impress. She was humble, telling him about her job with genuine passion, not mentioning her education or achievements like they were trophies. Before he knew it, the checkup was over. "You're all done," she said, handing him his paperwork. "Everything looks good. Just remember to maintain a healthy diet and exercise regularly." "Wait," Chinedu said as she turned to leave. "I know this might be forward, and you can say no, but can I have your number? I'd like to take you out for coffee sometime." Stephanie paused, studied him for a moment, then smiled. "Okay, but just coffee. No expectations." "Just coffee," Chinedu agreed, his heart beating faster than it had during the blood pressure check. They went for coffee the next week, then dinner, then another dinner, then movies, then walks in the park. Stephanie was different from Zara in every way. She was quiet where Zara was loud. She was humble where Zara was boastful. She listened more than she talked. She asked about his family, his mother, his childhood, and actually seemed interested in the answers. She told him about her own life, growing up in a middle-class family. Her father was a teacher, her mother a petty trader. She had put herself through nursing school, worked hard, saved money, built her career slowly and steadily. "I'm not rich," she said simply during one of their dates. "I don't have designer bags or expensive shoes. I live simply within my means." "If that's a problem." "It's not a problem," Chinedu interrupted. "It's refreshing." After 2 months of dating, Chinedu knew. This was the one. This was the woman he wanted to spend his life with. But before he made any decisions, before he went any further, he needed to do something he should have done with Zara. He needed his mother's approval. "Mama," he said one Sunday afternoon, "I've met someone. I want you to meet her." Mama B looked up from her sewing, her heart skipping a beat. "My son, are you sure? After what happened with, that long-necked guinea fowl?" "I'm sure, Mama. This one is different, very different. I want you to meet her." "Next weekend?" Mama B studied her son's face and saw something there that made her smile. Genuine happiness, peace, hope. "Okay, my son. Bring her. Let me see the special woman." The next Saturday, Chinedu brought Stephanie home. Chinedu stood at the door with Stephanie. "Mama, this is Stephanie," he said with a nervous smile. "Stephanie, this is my mother." Mama B looked at the young woman standing before her. Simple dress, gentle smile, respectful demeanor. "Good afternoon, Ma," Stephanie greeted, bowing slightly. "It's an honor to meet you." "Come, my daughter," Mama B said, pulling her gently into the house. "Let me look at you well. She held Stephanie at arm's length, examining her face, her eyes, her spirit. Mama B had learned to trust her instincts, and right now, every instinct was singing. Mama B turned to China Du, her face breaking into the biggest smile. My son, this one has a good spirit. She has a good head on her shoulders. My spirit has accepted her. The ancestors before me have acknowledged her. This is the one, not that long-necked wicked guinea fowl, not that gorilla in designer clothes. This is the one. Stephanie blushed, a little confused by the guinea fowl reference, but deeply touched by the warm reception. Welcome to my home, my daughter. Mama B hugged her tight. Come, come, I've cooked plenty of food. As they sat down to eat, Mama B had cooked with joy this time, not nervousness. They talked. Stephanie asked about Mama B's life, her experiences, her market days, and she listened, really listened. You're an incredible woman, Ma, Stephanie said sincerely, raising 2 sons alone, building a business from nothing, sending them to university. That's not easy. That's remarkable. Mama B felt tears prick her eyes. This girl got it. She understood. She saw the value in struggle, in hard work, in sacrifice. After dinner, when Chinedu and Stephanie were saying goodbye, Mama B pulled her son aside. This one, she said, pointing to Stephanie, who was chatting with Ada and the children. This one has a calm spirit. Her spirit and my spirit, they agree. This is the one, my son. Don't let her go. Chinedu smiled, relief flooding through him. So you approve? I more than approve. I give you my full blessing. That girl, she's gold. She's a diamond. She's the kind of woman who will stand by you in good times and bad times. She's the kind of woman who will respect you and respect me. She's the kind of daughter-in-law I've been praying for. 6 months later, Chinedu proposed. Stephanie said yes. The wedding was beautiful, not the biggest wedding Lagos had ever seen, but one of the most joyful. Mama B and her squad wore matching lace in a vibrant shade of royal blue, and they prepared to show Lagos what real celebration looked like. My sisters, Mama B had announced at the reception, her eyes sparkling with joy, her chest puffed out. Today we dance. Today we disgrace our enemies. My son has married a good woman. Let them see in Kratain. When the DJ played their favorite high life music, Mama B led her squad onto the dance floor with the energy of women who won lotteries. Mama, take it easy, Chinedu called out, laughing as he watched his mother's Jill tilt dangerously to one side as she spun around. Leave me, Mama B shouted back, her voice full of pure joy, her feet moving to the beat. Even if I end up in the hospital tonight, I don't care. Even if I break my waist, I must disgrace my enemies. My son has married well. The squad cheered her on. Mama Kiji was doing her own version of the Shaki, nearly losing her balance but catching herself at the last minute. Sister Fatima attempted the Zanku, her wrapper coming loose. Auntie Joke was doing something that looked like a combination of everything, her gel now completely sideways. Mama Ngozi had kicked off her shoes and was dancing barefoot like a madwoman. Mama B, your gale is falling, Mama Adayeze shouted over the music, her own head tie askew. Let it fall, Mama B replied, laughing, sweat pouring down her face, her makeup running, but her joy absolutely unstoppable. Today, nothing can spoil my joy. Nothing. Emeka joined Chinedu at the edge of the dance floor, both of them watching their mother with a mixture of amusement, concern, and pure love. Should we stop her before she actually breaks something? Emeka asked, grinning. You try stopping her, Chinedu laughed. I value my life too much. Mama, Emeka called out, please take it easy. You'll end up in the hospital. I said leave me, Mama B shouted back, not missing a beat. If I end up in the hospital, if I break every bone in my body, at least I will go there smiling. My enemies wanted to see me cry, but look at me now. I'm dancing at my son's wedding to a good woman, a woman with character. Not some long-necked guinea fowl with designer shoes and no home training. The squad roared with laughter and danced even harder. They danced until they were breathless, until their gels were completely destroyed, until their makeup was streaked with sweat and tears of joy. They danced like women who had fought battles and won, like women who had raised children against all odds, like women who had earned every single moment of this celebration. When they finally collapsed into their seats, completely exhausted, Mama B's Joe was hanging off her head at an impossible angle. Her wrapper was barely staying up, and she was gasping for breath. "Water," she called out. "Somebody bring me water before I die." Chinedu rushed over with a bottle of water. "Mama, I told you to take it easy." "My son," Mama B said between gulps of water, her chest heaving, "this is what victory looks like. After everything, the struggle, the suffering, that wicked girl who attacked me, look at us now. You're married to a wonderful woman. God has vindicated me." Her squad gathered around her, all of them equally disheveled, equally exhausted, equally happy. "Mama B, you almost killed us with that dance," Mama Kiji panted, fanning herself. "But it was worth it," Sister Fatima added, grinning. And it was. Every moment was worth it. The next evening, across town in her small apartment, Zara sat alone scrolling through Instagram. Her phone showed pictures from Chinedu and Stephanie's wedding, pictures posted by guests, by vendors, by everyone who was happy for the couple. She saw Chinedu smiling bigger than she'd ever seen him smile. She saw Stephanie looking radiant. She saw Mama B dancing with joy, surrounded by her friends, her jelly completely askew, looking absolutely ridiculous and absolutely happy. Tears ran down Zara's face. In the months since that disastrous Saturday, her life had fallen apart. Word had spread about what she did, how she attacked an old woman who turned out to be her boyfriend's mother. Men avoided her. Friends made excuses. Invitations stopped coming. Her reputation was destroyed. She continued scrolling until she found a photo that made her heart stop. It was Mama B with her squad, all of them in their matching lace, looking exhausted but triumphant. The caption read, "This is Mama B, mother of the groom. She raised 2 million in her sons by selling vegetables in the market. She's a queen who built an empire from nothing. She's proof that dignity is not in what you do, but in how you do it. Respect to all the Mama Bs of this world." Thousands of likes, hundreds of comments praising Mama B. Zara closed her eyes. She finally understood what she had done. She hadn't just attacked an old woman. She had attacked someone's hero, someone's mother, someone who had sacrificed everything. "I'm sorry," she whispered to her empty room. "I'm so sorry." But sorry couldn't fix what she had broken. Sorry couldn't turn back time. Sorry couldn't give her back the future she had destroyed. She had learned too late that character matters more than beauty, that respect for elders is not optional, that karma never forgets. The poverty-stricken vegetable seller she had mocked was worth more than 100 slay queens with designer bags. These were hard lessons, painful lessons, lessons she would carry for the rest of her life. The end. Moral: treat everyone with respect and kindness, regardless of their social or economic status. You never know who they are, who they're connected to, or what power they hold over your future. Character is more valuable than beauty, money, or status. What goes around comes around.